Every narcissistic abuse survivor has a breaking point. It's when you realize love isn't supposed to hurt like this. And today, I'll show you mine. But if you're just joining the story, spend 15 minutes watching episodes 1, 2, and 3 to find out how I got here. So here's how the journey to leave this relationship begun. A few years into the relationship, I was expecting a baby. But the cycle of devaluation, control and gaslighting continued, daily. Only now I feared my child would grow up seeing it too. They say pregnancy is a season of joy. But for me, it was the loneliest I had ever felt. He rarely helped with housework and never came with me to the doctor visits. If I complained of pain, he'd say I was overreacting.
Other women handle it just fine.
And he teased my changing body often.
You've really let yourself go. Plan to hit the gym when that baby comes out.
He preferred to go out and drink and lived like nothing had changed. My friends would text to say they saw him with other women. But when I asked, he denied everything and called me crazy. And I wanted so badly to believe him, because believing the lie felt safer than facing the truth. That morning was chaos. The baby had been crying for hours because she had colic. We were going to attend his family's event, but we're running late.
Look at the time. We're late again, and all because of you. You take forever with that baby. You always want me to look bad even to my family.
She's been crying nonstop. You know I have to attend to her.
You always have an excuse. Look at yourself. Unbelievable.
When we parked, he got out and walked to the event. No help with the baby. Not a glance back. That's when something inside me broke. I knew I couldn't do this anymore. I was alone in caring for this child. Maybe it was time to leave. I was home alone. He'd gone for a drink with his friends. Again. While I sat there, exhausted and trapped, how much longer could I take this? I thought of God. Would he listen if I prayed now? After all my mistakes? God was the only way out. So I knelt and prayed. Dear God, I don't want my baby to grow up in this. But what if leaving is wrong? Please, I need you to speak to me. A few minutes later, my phone rang. It was him calling. But he did not speak. I only heard laughter and music in the background. Just before I hang up, I heard his unmistakable voice, loud and playfully say,
Will you do a lap dance for me? We can go somewhere private if you want.
His phone had dialed my number. The answer to leave was loud and clear. It was like God himself answered me right there. I could not believe the lies, the betrayal, the denials. And he called me crazy? I was raging mad. Then I felt sad, defeated, lost, and just wanted to get away from there. I called a friend and told her, I can't do this anymore. I just heard him. I heard everything. This is the last straw. No more. I can't do this anymore.
Listen to me. You and your baby deserve better. I'm coming over.
In that moment, I realized I wasn't as alone as he made me believe. My friend's arms reminded me that I was worth saving. I packed a few bags, wrapped the baby up, and we left with my friend. I didn't know what tomorrow would look like, but I knew one thing. Staying meant losing myself completely. Two days later, he came by my friend's house to see the baby and ask for a second chance.
Please, I'll change, I promise. I know I've hurt you. I will get better and will improve.
A part of me wanted to believe him, for the baby's sake. Maybe. If I gave him one more chance, things might be different. And things were different. For all of 3 days, he was attentive, soft-spoken, and spent time with the baby. But the mask slipped one evening. The baby was crying and I was busy. I asked for his help with her and he snapped.
Why can't you keep her quiet? You're so useless. Always nagging me.
He grabbed his coat and walked out of the house. That was the moment I knew. This was a cycle that would never change unless I left. And staying meant losing myself and raising my child in the same darkness. I was done. I packed my bags and called a cab to come get me. As the cab drove away, I remembered the Bible verse in Jeremiah 29:11 that says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." I was choosing peace. I was choosing to believe God. I was going home to my family. My family were surprised to see me, but they listened and comforted me, and I felt safe there. Leaving wasn't easy. It was messy, painful, scary. I was afraid of what people would say. I was grateful for supportive family. Leaving was the first step toward freedom. And maybe that's where you are right now. Questioning, doubting, praying for a sign. I want you to know this. God is not the author of confusion or abuse. His will for you is peace, hope, and love that is pure and true. So if my story is like your reality, know this. You don't have to stay trapped in the cycle. You are worthy of love, of joy, of freedom in Christ. And it begins by saying, enough. Visit the website link in description for help with the transition to freedom. And stay tuned for episode 5, where I'll share the messy, beautiful journey of healing in Christ. Don't miss it. Thanks for watching.